Captain's log. Lieutenant Lennox reporting. After the events of New Romulus and all the major factions come together to face off against the Alarchi, we have been ordered to the Hobus system to basically find out what or why it was destroyed, or whether it was destroyed, or whether it was a catastrophe or what. We still don't know. The Romulans still bug us to this point. Who knows what happens next? Computer, end log.
On a forgotten world, a shadow of great evil lurks, waiting for the chance to strike. The truth behind the destruction of the Romulus system may be the harbinger of the greatest threat the Federation has ever faced.
Yes, Miss Flores. Sir, we have arrived in the Hobus system. We are being held by the Romulan Republic warbird Lisette. Well, that's definitely who we are meant to be talking to.
It is a pleasure to be working with you. I heard about how you got your first command. Well done. Not every officer could have stood up to the Borg like you did.
Yes, well, it was a problematic time, to say the least, Commander. What a Jirok, isn't it? But the pleasure is all mine.
Agents working for the Romulan Republic have recovered definite proof that Taris, or persons working for Taris, were responsible for the Hobus supernova that destroyed the homeworld. Our agent spoke to Taris. She claimed that she was deceived by Hakiv. But that does not excuse her culpability in the destruction of 2 inhabited worlds and the deaths of millions. Our agent tells us that Taris believes her Iconian masters can change the past and restore Romulus. So not only is she a killer, she's insane.
Hakiv, I've heard that name before. Wasn't Empress Sealer talking to her? I remember the name, but yeah. Taris.
Taris cannot be allowed to commit even greater crimes in an attempt to fix her mistake. My intelligence officer, Lieutenant Gaius Salon, has intercepted communications that may allow us to locate Taris and finally bring her to justice. I'll let him explain in greater detail.
Okay, Lieutenant Gaius Salon. Very well. Proceed.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Gaius Salon of the Romulan Republic. There are certain pleasantries that are customary in these circumstances. However, I'm choosing to skip those. We have much to do. Recently, the Republic intercepted a transmission from a group of Remans in the Hobus system. These Remans have remained loyal to Taris, the former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, who was deposed by Sealer. While the transmission was not unusual, its origin point was. The Hobus system is under strict quarantine. However, a previous team uncovered a mining facility at one of the planetary fragments. We believe that the Reman loyalists may have returned to this facility to continue their efforts.
Understandable. But why would Taris be here? And she was a former praetor. That's something I was unaware of. I have heard of the Hobus system and why it, or how it got destroyed. I have seen footage of that actual destruction. But, you are a liberated Borg, are you not? Enough of that. Why is it under quarantine?
The Hobus system is the origin point of the supernova and subsequent subspace explosion, which destroyed Romulus and Remus. It is still,
yes.
as you say, a hot zone. The Remans loyal to Taris are using the quarantine as a cover to resume their operations in the system. The transmission we intercepted was addressed to Commander Aran, a Reman who is the captain of Taris' personal guard. He must be the liaison to the forces in the Hobus system.
Liaison Commander Aran. Okay. What do you suggest, Lieutenant?
The direct approach. If we confront the forces in the Hobus system, who are in violation of both Federation and Romulan Republic mandates by their very presence there, they will send a call for assistance to Commander Aranhu. Once he arrives, we simply follow him. It is likely that he will lead us back to Taris.
That's a good plan. Definitely a good plan.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've just received emergency orders from Republic Command and must respond. Gaius can transport to your ship and help you complete the mission. We'll return as soon as we can.
Very well, Commander. Duty calls, as they always say. Well, that's what Captain Gomez used to say anyway. Carry on.
I am detecting some very rare minerals in the system, as well as the presence of protomatter. It is possible that Taris used the materials here to construct her weapon.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome aboard. All hands, we have a liberated Board on board. Don't worry, he's with the Romulan Republic. He is safe. So where are we going to now? I mean, suppose we're going this way? Straight ahead. Full impulse, please, Miss Flores. I can find everything I need to use. This is a very, very volatile cloud is the best thing I can come up with. Very volatile, very electric. I'm quite surprised we haven't taken any damage. And the good commander was talking about the Iconians, wasn't she? I'm quite surprised, because the last time we heard anything about the Iconians was with Captain Picard. But that outpost was destroyed. I'm guessing we're getting close to our objective soon. We can't be that far away. Turn to starboard a bit. So we're going towards this anomaly right in front of us. Get a little bit closer before we need to do a detailed scan. Yes, to Vrat. The planetoid's core contains trace samples or signs of protomatter stuff. We should get a sample. Isn't that an explosive material, if I remember rightly? Scanners are also picking up some odd readings from some of the icy asteroids near the core. Recommend we investigate them as well. Well, let's just collect those samples and investigate what the hell happened to them. Post up. That's one of two, I'm guessing. Scan icy fragments over to our port side. I have been hearing reports of a Starfleet conference says that something is happening in the Terran Empire. Not be sure what's going on, but basically it's very, very bad. We won't need to worry about that for time to come. Let's get some speed up, Miss Flores. Let's get there as best we can. Well, the icy fragments are dead ahead. Post up. Scan those fragments to see what we're dealing with. Icy fragments, hopefully. Those waveforms matched. Confirmed, sir. These fragments are decalithium. If we can locate a supply of techosite, that means Taris could have had all the ingredients she needed to build the device raising the system. It is still circumstantial evidence unless we can tie it to a direct sample. Collecting a sample would be crucial. I recommend that we scan for techosite deposits. Retrieve a sample. Let's go and retrieve a sample and set course for the next planetary fragment. Reman ships at the cloaking. What? Where? That's not good. Reman ships, we're not here to attack you, we're just investigating. Why are you here? Reman ships, please respond? Respond. Respond. I don't think they're here to... There's the Toby. Ow. Ow. Are you ready for this? There we go. Get behind. Keep going. Well, the shields took a bit of an impact there, but it looks like we're okay. So, the Remans turned up just when we didn't need them to. So let's go and set course for the planetary fragment beta. Let's just hope we don't run into any more Remans on the way. On those asteroids. Whoop. Sir, I'm detecting high levels of techosite in this planetary fragment. Techosite was one of the substances Starfleet believes was used in the creation of the weapon that triggered the Hobus supernova. Yeah, supernova. It's a I wish people would speak properly, especially on the bridge. So techosite, we've got protomatter and decalithium. This is all coming together really bad. Let's go and get that sample. Now that we got that sample.
As I suspected, the materials are all here. Our agent located Taris on planetary fragment Gamma. We should continue our search there.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Flores set course for fragment Gamma. Sample just in front of us. Let's get that before we move on. Looks like hydrazine. I always need some hydrazine in the end. Nine senses, you never know where these Romulans come from. At any moment. It could be around us, even now. Remans could be around us, but why would the Remans want to attack us? Well, this makes no sense. The Remans have never had any problem with us. It's always the Romulans that always have problems with the Federation. We're supposed to be going full impulse, not going backwards. at all. How far are we? Oh, well. I mean, this could take a while. Let me just have a sip of my coffee. Ever since I came to the Alpha Quadrant, I've had this thing for coffee. I don't know what it is, it just seems to be really nice flavour. The taste goes down well, especially drinking it on the bridge. You know, that tea or that coffee stand that just pops up. I mean, they did think of everything on this bridge, especially while I'm standing here in command, looking at everything. And those engines, they would take a really long time to basically reset before we can... Ugh. Ah, there we go. A little bit more speed. Ah. Terrell. Scanners detecting some kind of shield covering a large crater on the surface of the... there. Scanners are detecting some kind of shield covering a large crater on the surface of planetary fragment Gamma. The system is supposed to be under quarantine, but clearly there is some activity. We should get a scan of the shield. Yes, we should. Oh, there you are. You're up there, okay. Because it looks like there's an installation of some sort. Sure, what kind of installation is going to be there? As Commander Jarok said, and the Lieutenant, seriously still volatile. There's another little thing right there. I set a course for here. What am I hearing? Is that the sound of that shield I'm hearing? That is a shield, isn't it? It's like a planetary shield or something. It's gotta be. Sir, our scan has triggered automated defense systems and our Reman ship is decloaked. They are hailing us.
Your presence here is a violation of the quarantines established by at least 3 sovereign governments. Explain your purpose.
Well, we were asked here by the Romulan Republic to find out what actually happened in this star system. But we are here investigating your unauthorized presence in the system. Why are you here?
I serve the Romulan Star Empire and its true leader, Taris. That is the only authorization I require.
She's the former Praetor. She is no longer in charge. Even though I hate to say it, that is Empress Seela who's in charge now, so... It's still not a good explanation. I mean, that's most unfortunate. Things, really? Sir, we can disable the Sistesh. It's possible we may be able to lure out around him to investigate. Well, I don't want to destroy them. That's a good idea. Let's disable them and then we'll go from there. Sorry, Sistesh. Ah! Torpedo! Absolutely obliterated. Love it. You're not going to know it. And I'm going to destabilize your hull.
Minerals in the planetary fragment will conceal the ship's energy signature. If we hide in the asteroids near it and mask our energy signature, I predict that Iran, who will approach to investigate, will be unable to detect us.
Thank you, Lieutenant. So basically what you're trying to tell me is, or tell us, is to hide in the asteroid belt. That's a good plan. Roll for it. Let's hide in the asteroid belt. Oh, we're going to be getting close. Alright, I'll stop. I'm about 180. I mean, it feels like we didn't disable the Sitesh, but it's weird. I mean, it feels like we're not even in the asteroids. I mean, we're going to be in the asteroids. I hope you're using the maneuvering busters to turn around, not the impulse engines. Alright, let's mask the energy signature.
What happened here? We were attacked by Starfleet saboteurs. They appear to have fled.
We're not saboteurs.
This is exactly like scenario 2247B. I thought scenario 1849K would be a more likely option. I shall incorporate this data into my modeling projections. Nevertheless, we should now be able to follow Aranhu's trail. He should lead us right to Taris.
Well, let's hope so. You go through scenarios in your head? I know, I see you're liberated before, but geez, it must be good. Our new ship has gone to warp zone. Shall we follow? Definitely. Land in pursuit course. Roll for it. Well, looks like we've made it into the next star system. We're following the Sitesh. So, Commander Aranu's trail led here to the Iconis. This is another system that's off limits to normal traffic, so any activity here is a cause for concern. Recommend we investigate. That large crater looks like a likely place to start. Set course for the crater, Miss Flores. Let's roll for it. First, we're going to detect an Aranu ship. Shouldn't be in orbit somewhere? I have no idea. I'm guessing so. It's most likely cloaked. The technology I use to track it is not localized enough to detect the ship, only follow a general trail. Well, let's go and get this first. This gas cloud, this whatever it is, I have no idea. And can somebody possibly make my engines a little bit better so that we can actually get somewhere? I mean, I could. Let's shun some power to the engine so that we actually get a little bit more speed instead of defense. Switch back to defense mode or stop. Well, we are a science vessel after all, exploring the galaxy. Let's go and go and scan the crater, which I think, isn't that the crater that was left there when Captain Picard blew up? Wow, we're really far away. Unless that's a different crater, that could be down there. I could have sworn that Captain Picard's crater was on the northern hemisphere somewhere. Let's scan the crater just to be on the safe side. So, picking up a large shield protecting a structure of some type. The shield is using a modified cloaking device. If I hadn't been scanning for large mass of tachyon particles, I would never have found it. Moving ships to cloak it, they're hailing us. I'll put them on screen, Lieutenant.
Federation ship. I am Commander Shanclado of the Riemann starship Intraku. Your presence here could be considered an act of war. Leave immediately, or we will open fire.
The same thing could be said to you, Commander. We have no intention of leaving until we understand what's actually happening here.
That is unfortunate, Starfleet. Our conflict is not with you. Commander Arahu has charged me with securing this installation at all costs. Praetor Taris must be allowed to complete her work. And you have already seen too much.
I haven't seen anything. All I know of is an installation back in Hobus. And this crater here. Red alert, shields up. Where are they? Ah! There you were, Indraku. I was wondering where you were. Well, it looks like we're not done quietly, and neither are they. I have a habit of shooting first, asking questions later. Haha! And then there she is. That torpedo's gonna do nothing. Shoot with a harpoon torpedo. Apparently you cannot defeat me. Or us. I'm hoping they're not dead. Double harping. Well,
systems before it was destroyed. I managed to download the access codes for the planetary shield. I believe we should be able to use them to lower the shield and reach the surface.
well, I hope so. Because if we don't, we are not going to be able to get down to the planet. An excellent work, Lieutenant. Apparently my voice box does not want to work today. Transmit the codes. The codes that Lieutenant Celan procured have a low basis shield. That will allow us to transport in a away team to the structure underneath the surface. You ready to beam now? Not yet. All hands, full reverse. Definitely, Lieutenant. Looks like everybody remembered to beam in properly. Well, of course there's going to be more Riemann inside, and there always is more Riemanns. Every time we come down to a planetary surface, there's always Riemanns. There's my god. Okay. So, have a look. Hi!
Starfleet! How did they find us?
They must have followed me, Praetor. I will deal with them.
No, I need your help with the gateway. Send your guards.
I mean, we haven't even started. How dare they put it all of a sudden that we're already shooting? Because now we're shooting! Who put this shield in my way?
They appear to have been attempting to merge Iconian and Romulan technology. Perhaps in an attempt to reactivate the gateway network. We should access that console and attempt to open the door.
Yes, that is getting very, very, very egregious. Every time I use that, I end up trying to listen for everything in the distance. So from now on, we're not using it. Great. Sorry, you were saying, Lieutenant, that they were trying to merge Romulan and Iconian technology together. The last time I saw that kind of stuff, it ended up in a bad way. Well, let's just access the console that you told us about and open the door. Wish people would stop leaving their stun pistols around, honestly. Shipping logs. Let's have a look at the shipping logs. Access code recognized, Psi 816, full access granted. There are logs here of shipments to and from the base in the Hoba system, as well as schematics for several devices that are similar to recovered iconic technology. According to the data, there also are stores of tachysite, nickelithium, and protomatter on this level. These stores have the same quantum signatures as the elements you recovered from the Hoba system. You quickly download the data into your tricorder. This could be invaluable to Taris. It is brought to trial, and why am I talking myself in the third person? Personal log of Taris.
It has been decades, and I still find her Key's betrayal difficult to accept. He is Romulan. Treachery is his heritage, as it is mine. But to go to such lengths to destroy our world, it is too much to bear, even now. He told me the device would destroy Donatra, and I, like a fool, believed him.
And then?
And now, those pathetic refugees from the Republic have told the entire quadrant that I am responsible for the destruction of Romulus. They don't understand. We should be allies. We want the same thing. At least my people know the truth. Aranhu is a rock. I find it strange that Remans are now my only companions. Perhaps they understand loyalty more than any of us. I rely on him to help me continue my work.
So she's treating Aranhu as her rock and a hard place. Okay. And then?
The Iconians can restore all that is lost. I know it. I just need to make them see that I am worthy. The Dark Masters have responded to my pleas for assistance with dread silence. My only recourse is to harness their technology for myself. When I can step through the gateway and meet them as an equal, I am confident that they will turn back time and make everything as it was before. The base in the Hobus system is lost to me, but the quarantine holds. Aranhu can use it as cover to collect the protomatter and bring it back to me. Sela is looking for me. So is the Republic. If only I could make them see. I am our people's last hope.
So she's trying to rebuild the Hobus system. And she's trying to use the Remans as help? Psi 816. Did anybody catch the code usage? Of course, right. Psi 816.
It has been decades.
Omicron 214. So it was Psi, Omicron 214. So it should, in theory, now be open. Why is it? I'm always tracking myself on a piece of technology somewhere. Every time I go to a new place, it's always the same. Hi! Oh, hello! Oh, oh, that's me. That's me putting that shit. Yeah. Oh. I need my do you thinky-saurus. Bad. I'm not using that thing. That's really, really annoying. Yeah. We just have a swig of my coffee out of my trusty container.
What? No! Traitors!
Where are those Remans going? That looks boring. Did I just see the gateway of tomorrow? I swear I did. Oh, did we lose? Zezra. Could you not run off like that, please? Oh! Oh, you don't want to speak. Okay, that's fine. We'll just stun you. Oh. So I don't do anything. Okay, Taris, what do you got?
You have won. And in winning, you have doomed the Romulan people.
Well, I try not to doom anyone, to be honest. You don't know me, I'm from the Delta Quadrant. We do things slightly differently out there. Taris, under the authority of Starfleet, you are under arrest for war crimes, committing an act of genocide and crimes against the galaxy. How do you plead?
They were not my crimes. I was betrayed by Hakim. And now those crimes will never be undone. I hope you'd realize that in stopping me, you have doomed billions of Romulans to remain dead. Now you shall live with that guilt, as I have.
Okay. It's not my guilt, that's your guilt. It's yours of the Romulan Empire. Sailor and you and Hakim. Whatever you did. Of course. Even now, you deny the truth of your role in the destruction of your people. You are blinded by your own lust for power, and you killed those people as surely as if you had pulled the trigger yourself. Salvager, lock onto Taris, and beam her directly to the brig. I want her stunted out of my sight.
Before we leave, may I suggest we look for evidence of the materials we discovered at Hobus? They will undoubtedly prove vital at Taris' trial. We should also overload the gateway, and make certain it can never be used again.
Yes. I don't like the sound of the Iconians, and for a part I heard of the history documentation. They were very much out of their league, shall we say. But I agree. So, let's go. So over here. So, this is the protomatter. It appears to come from the Hobus system. Although there are several uses for protomatter, it is often used for explosive devices. It was also present in the debris from the device that triggered the Hobus supernova. You can tell it took a long time to get here, can't you? Protomatter was used in the Genesis device. It was powerful and extremely dangerous. Exactly, see? And this is just a replica. Oh. It'll go off in a minute. Ow. It didn't work properly. Maybe the protomatter destabilized it. Romulan weaponry, or remnant weaponry, very, very distinctive, isn't it? Oh, what's this? This decalithium appears to have come from the same source as the decalithium we discovered in the Hobus system. Try saying that a few times. These links will be important evidence to tell the trial. The evidence is stacking up, isn't it? Of course it is. Yeah, let's go into the middle of the room. And try this again, shall we? Okay, it really does not like being around decalithium and protomatter, does it? It really does not. Listen, this is the last sample we need. This techosite contains energy signatures that correspond to the techosite deposit we scanned in the Hobus system scan. Techosite is an explosive compound Starfleet believes was present in the device that triggered the Hobus supervisor. Why am I having so many problems saying supernova instead of saying supervisor? It's weird. And if it's here, it could be connected. Can somebody please help me with my voice? Well. So this must have been what we were trying to destroy or check out before we tried taking out the Praetor. I mean, it's big. We'll give it that. Now, if we time this right, then hang on. Oh, it disappeared. Just does not want to work in the presence of protomatter, does it? Whoop. Well, that was simple. Waiting. Salvager. Salvager. 7 to beam up. Brig, Captain, and all the evidence we've found has been locked and secured. Now we just need to deliver it and her to a safe location. Set a course out of the system, Miss Flores. Roll for it. Damn. I hope that's the Lisette. So that's the Laval, the ship of Sailor herself. She is hailing us. We'd better turn around then. I wanted forward weaponry facing them at all times. I remember fighting her at the Battle of Vulcan. Let's keep her waiting for a few seconds more. Wait for it. Wait for it. She must get really peed off. Let's have a chat with her, I suppose.
How nice to see you again. I feel like we are becoming old friends. I will admit that your previous attempts to thwart my plans have been irritating. But your actions today have more than made up for those petty annoyances. Taris still has her loyalists among my people. An open move against her would have been a distraction from my greater plans.
Your greater plans? Of course. I'm so glad I've been so irritating. It's one of the Talaxian better features. We irritate the well-behaved. Other things we do. We keep making silly comments at the wrong time, because that's us. But, yes, Empress, I don't work for you. I work for Starfleet. And they are more noble than you can ever believe.
But you played the pawn perfectly. I could not have asked for a more obedient tool. Now, if you will transport Taris to my ship, we can avoid any unpleasantness.
You know something? As much as I'd love to give her to you, I'm an officer in Starfleet. I will never give her to you. She's going to a Federation prison where she will be chatted to in a very polite manner and found out what's going on. So, no. That would be the Belfast. And with help with the Dreadnought Cruiser? Yeah, the Dreadnought Cruiser class Galaxy. Exactly. Yes. This ship right here. At classification. We shall now answer the hail before I sound even more shooting.
The Lisette informed us that you might need some assistance with the prisoner transport. Good thing we brought some backup.
Thank you, Captain. Always need help, especially when it comes to Empress Sela over here.
Taris is wanted by the Romulan Star Empire for high treason and war crimes against the Romulan people. The Empire is the legitimate government of the Romulan people, and I demand you turn this terrorist over for trial and punishment.
And you would, I suppose you'd like me to go ahead and get you the leader of the Romulan Republic. Because apparently they are against you as well. So, yeah. You make an excellent point, but I'm afraid since we captured her, we must maintain custody. You are welcome to submit an extradition request to the Office of the Federation President. Taris' action did not just impact Romulus and Romulan worlds, her alleged crimes were against the entire quadrant. You'll be welcome to attend and even testify at her trial, or perhaps we could establish an interplanetary tribunal of those impacted by the supernova. My goodness, brain. But for now, she will remain in Starfleet custody. Turn her over for a sham trial and swift execution? Sorry, sailor, but the Federation has an ancient idea we call due process. And you know something? Slang just works in my favor.
You are a disappointment.
Thank you.
Nevertheless, you did remove Taris from the game, and for that I am grateful. Consider your decisions more carefully the next time we meet. I can be a powerful ally, or I can be your worst enemy.
You are always the worst enemy of yourself, including me and the rest of the Federation. Well, you are so the epitome of generosity, Empress Sealer. Goodbye! I was just a guess she was going to poke. Well, first, be prepared to receive one for transport. Well, that was simple. We didn't have to shoot or anything.
Prisoner transfer successful. Taris is safely secured in the brig. We can take it from here. One more thing. We're detecting some unusual energy residue from the surface. Our databases identify it as Iconian.
Yes, you were correct there, Captain. It was definitely Iconian. It was an Iconian gateway on the surface. And Taris and a group of readers used... Well, Taris didn't. Rumors did. They used it to escape.
Do you have any idea where they went?
No clue. I could have swore I saw the inside of a Borg cube. Or a Borg vessel. Then I thought I saw the Gateway of Tomorrow, but I could be wrong. As I say, we only caught a glimpse, but it looked like some kind of Romulan station, as best I could make out. Hey! Hey, hello! Set. Commander Gerard, could you possibly not do that? Right behind us, I was about to start shooting. And you're using the same kind of vessel that Sealer's using. Could you not do that? I almost said shields up, red alert, and start shooting. Thank you for telling me that the Lucette is decloaking. And they are hailing us. Thank you for telling me that.
Looks like we missed all the excitement, but I have been monitoring your progress. On behalf of the Romulan Republic, I would like to thank you and your crew for your assistance. I am confident that the Federation will provide more than adequate security for Taris until her trial can be arranged. You can transport Gaius back to the Lucette as soon as you are ready.
Thank you, Commander. And it's been a pleasure having a Romulan liberated Borg on board. Something we don't see every day. Transporter room, you are clear to send Lieutenant Salam back to the Lucette. I hope to work with you again. Transport now. Well, I think we're done here. All we need to do is go and get the hexafluorine gas and then boogie on out of the system. Isn't that right, Miss Flores? Okay, did nobody
have
put
much
my...
to consider. If the destruction of the Romulan homeworld was a deliberate act, not only was it mass murder, but that one event has been a major cause of the destabilization of the quadrant over the past 40 years, not to mention the light that it casts on the internal struggles of the Romulan people. This one horrible act set off a chain of reactions that could change the galaxy forever. We must know who did this and why. The interrogation of Taris will no doubt lead to many truths. But I am troubled by these remnants.
Why did they turn on Taris? And where did they go?
I have no idea, Admiral. Thank you for interjecting as I was taking a swig of my coffee. Thank you, Admiral, for having a chat with me. You know, you put me off guard there. And why did nobody tell me that the Admiral was going to get on the blower and have a chat to us just then? My goodness, people, you need to tell me when she's going to get on the blower. You're right, Admiral. I don't know where the Remans went to, why they abandoned her or anything. Ooh. Shields. But nothing really sits well as best as my shields I have on this ship. I love my shields. But I think I'm going to take the Nubiri regenerative shield array. Sounds good.
I have.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Right.
The Romulans had a base known as the Vault that they used for research into Borg technology. This facility was abandoned in the chaos after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, but intelligence suggests that the work there was far enough along that it was used to retrofit Nero's ship before it disappeared along with Ambassador Spock's vessel in the Hobus system. Long-range sensors have detected energy spikes in the Halcona system, and Starfleet intelligence believes that someone is bringing the Vault back online. We need to know who, and more importantly, we need to know if there is still Borg technology or restricted weaponry on that base. I need you to proceed immediately to the Halcona system and investigate the Vault. Engage if you must, but I would prefer if you could gather the information we need without conflict.
Thank you, Admiral. We will go there pronto. Oh. I don't think we need a shuttlecraft. We do get some Scorpion fighters at us. Interesting. I have no ships really that have carrier capability, but, you know, I'm starting to amass some of the ships in my own little repertoire that have the Kirk era style to them. Thank you, Admiral. We will go to the Vault immediately. Salvage are out.
I have new missions for you.
Miss Flores? Set course for the Vault. Roll for it.